It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
Gray skies and a windy afternoon on Senior Day for the Hamilton West Hornets as they play host to the 6-0 Irish of Notre Dame High School. The Hornets looking for their first win against the Irish since 2016, and they'll try to do so this afternoon on the WBCB Sports Network. A pleasant good afternoon, everybody. Mike Warren alongside Bill Colarulo. Excited to be with you again for more high school football here on WBCB. The Irish 6-0 to start their season for the Hornets of Hamilton West. 1-5 coming off a victory a week ago. And Bill, exciting stuff as you look at this matchup this afternoon. A lot of positivity, as we mentioned, for the Hornets coming off of a win last week. Senior Day this afternoon and a senior class that really wants to go out on the right foot, looking for their first win in a number of years against an Irish squad that's really playing their best style of football to start the season.
No doubt about it, and Hamilton West really needs to figure out a way to slow down that high-powered Notre Dame offense who's averaging 47 points per game. We'll see what Hamilton West throws at them. You and I were talking in the pregame, this win could help out a little bit if they can somehow make Notre Dame one-dimensional, because Notre Dame's been able to throw it, run it. They're really scoring at will, so we'll see what happens today.
Gusts of 15 miles per hour plus here this afternoon from Hamilton West High School as the Hornets trying to keep the winning trend alive against a Irish squad that is offensively heavy, but the defense has really been clicking of late, holding opponents to just 19 points in the last 2 weeks. The defense, after allowing 100 points in their first three, has really started to come to form of late, looking for a similar output from the defensive side of things. Last week we spoke with Connor Rozika, the middle linebacker of the Notre Dame Irish, a guy that was on the outside predominantly a season ago. He's been thrusted into the middle of this offense, and he's handled it pretty well. This Irish defense of late, they've done a tremendous job creating pressure. And when we talk about the offense, we mentioned Gabe Winovich a ton. The future Rutgers Scarlet Knight headed for Rutgers in just a little bit, but he's been great on defense as well. They've put him in at defensive end, and he's been able to wreak havoc in the backfield alongside Liam Kilcommons on the opposite side.
Yeah, like you said, early in the season, Notre Dame was giving up a lot of points on defense. The last 2 weeks really started to shut things down. And if their defense is able to stop teams from scoring, they're almost impossible to beat with how good their offense is. And Connor Rozika from the middle, leading the team with 45 tackles in 6 games. He's been all over the field, so we'll see what he does today.
Today's game on WBCB is brought to you by the Friends of Marty Flynn, Cade Motor Company, Notre Dame High School, Jeff Martin for Mayor, Team Toyota, Saul Funeral Homes, the New Jersey Education Association, the Revere Restaurant, Haldeman Ford Subaru, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, the Capital Health System, Jammer Doors and Windows, the Hamilton Township Animal Shelter, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, the 12th Man Touchdown Club of Mercer County, Saul Funeral Homes, the Hamilton Township Education Association, the Trentonian, and this is the Trentonian pregame show, the Italian People's Bakery, and Hyundai of Trenton, all proud to bring you today's coverage here on the WBCB Sports Network. The Irish offense, we talk about them a ton, Bill. They are led by A.J. Serace and Gabe Winovich, but somebody who's really made their presence felt to start the season has been Jordan Scipio. He was the starting running back as Gabe Winovich had to wait until he was eligible to play due to his transfer process, but Scipio, the number one defensive back on this Irish defense, a very capable back today. You could see him get a number of reps. As we talked about earlier, this wind could be a problem for both of these teams trying to put the ball in the air this afternoon.
Yeah, they may have to keep it to the run, and if they do, Notre Dame is putting up some rushing yards at an unbelievable clip. You just mentioned Scipio. He's averaging 9.7 yards per carry, and Winovich 11.8 yards per carry, which is pretty remarkable.
A very powerful backfield for the Irish of Notre Dame as they are just seconds away from taking the field here this afternoon. Moments away as the Irish put their 6-0 record on the line against the Hamilton West Hornets. The Hornets come into today's contest at 1-5, riding a victory a week ago and looking for their first victory against the Irish of Notre Dame since 2016. It was a 27-0 victory back on September 16th, 2016 for the Hamilton West Hornets. They love something like that again today. As the Irish take the field, they make their way towards their sideline, sporting the blue helmets, the white jerseys with the Carolina blue numbers and letters on the front with the white pants. The all-white, for the most part, traditional road look for the Irish, and some pretty cool uniforms for the Hornets of Hamilton West. Some special themed breast cancer awareness uniforms as we await the Hornets to take the field here this afternoon. Really cool stuff. As we were walking into the stadium this afternoon, was walking in with our producer on today's game, Brian O'Neill, and one of the players from Hamilton West walked by us, and I had to do a double take just to make sure I was seeing the right colors, because typically orange and black, today pink and black for the Hamilton West Hornets, as they've got some pretty cool unis down there, Bill.
Yeah, it is really cool for a high school to be able to have a special jersey like that. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I just remember being a high school player myself. Whenever you had to change to your uniform, a new uniform or something cool, it really fires you up for the game. So let's hope that gives them some momentum today.
Moments away from captains meeting at midfield for today's coin toss. Captains for the Irish, A.J. Cerise, the quarterback, and middle linebacker, Connor Rozika. As the Hornets making their way towards the field. We remind you, fans, that today's game on WBCB is brought to you by the Trentonian. For your daily and local news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. And here come the Hornets slowly making their way out towards the field. Mentioned a windy afternoon. Just watching the American flag, we've seen it shift direction at least 5 or 6 times before we even got on the air alone, and this wind is really whipping around. Something to watch for both. We mentioned the quarterbacks, but the kicking teams on the kickoff as well. It could definitely be a tough ball to read in the air, and extra points as well. We'll have to watch. Maybe some teams, either of these teams will want to go for 2 as opposed to kicking the extra point with how windy it is.
Yeah, and on fourth down, a lot of high school teams usually go for it anyway when they get close to the 50, but we'll see today. It may not be a good day to punt a football, so you may see a lot of teams be in 4-down territory for most of the game.
And here come the Hornets.
Let's hear it for your 2023 Hamilton High Hornets.
Hornets make their way onto the field. As we are just about set for battle between the Hamilton West Hornets here on Senior Day, looking for their first win since 2016, as they play host to the undefeated Irish of Notre Dame. And we mentioned it earlier, the captains this afternoon for the Irish, A.J. Cerise and Connor Rozika, making their way to represent the Hornets of Hamilton West, Yandel Vargas, Christian Patterson, Connor Mooney,
Please direct your attention to midfield for the coin toss.
and a handful of seniors as well representing the Hornets today here on Senior Day. Vargas and John Chatham make their way towards midfield. They shake hands with Cerise and Rozika. 15 seniors on this Hamilton West squad, honored during pregame today. The officials this afternoon going over some of the ground rules beforehand. The coin has been tossed. It's in the air. Let's see. The Irish have won the toss. They defer to the second half.
Notre Dame has won the coin toss and will defer.
The Hornets will receive first, and they will go from left to right to start this one this afternoon. So we will see Yandel Vargas and the offense of Hamilton West first this afternoon. Exciting stuff ahead. We'll take a quick break here on WBCB. It's the Hornets of Hamilton West and the Irish of Notre Dame next here on the WBCB Sports Network.
At this time, would you please...
This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford, Subaru, or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good! Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Don't forget, fans, watch at halftime. The Hamilton Township Animal Shelter Adoptable Pet of the Game will be featuring this week's available pets for adoption from the Hamilton Animal Shelter. Kevin Scarborough about set to boot things away for the Irish.
Principal Brian Smith, Athletic Director John Costantino, Athletic Trainer Jennifer.
And back to receive Makai Watt alongside John Chatham for the Hornets of Hamilton West. With the wind to his back, Scarborough makes his way back out onto the field. Might need some assistance holding this football. He will. Andy Zigblow will hold this one for the Irish kicker.
And we were watching him in warm-ups. He can really boot the ball, Mike. We'll see, even with this wind, he has a leg.
Number 8, John Chatham.
Chatham and Makai Watt back to receive for Hamilton West.
Number 17, Kevin Scarborough.
Anthony Kelly gets the special teams unit ready. Scarborough's kick high and deep to the right side, fielded around the 15-yard line. This is Lott across the 20 and stopped right around the 20-yard line. Anthony Kelly the first to get there for the Irish, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Yandel Vargas and the Hamilton West Hornets.
Yeah, and if I'm head coach Mike Papero, I'm really trying to pound the football here, win the time of possession battle, try to keep the Notre Dame offense off the field as much as possible. Let's lean on sophomore Brian Boswell, junior Nasir Roel Dye, and hold the football as much as possible.
Vargas breaks the huddle. Roel Dye in the backfield. Boswell back there as well. Vargas under center. They'll go Roel Dye. He trips up himself in the backfield, and nowhere to go for him there, right around the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. Looked like Ethan Hellier was there for the Irish, but again, didn't get to make too much contact with him as Roel Dye fell pretty quickly in the backfield. 2nd and 10. Vargas back under center. Receiver to either side. Lott at the bottom of the screen. They'll sweep it. This is Boswell towards his own sideline. Across the 25, now the 30. Ball pops out. But he might have been down first as they're going to rule him down.
Yondel's handoff to number 0, Brian Boswell.
Boswell, a strong run that time, well enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 from their own 34, it looks like, just about 33 officially where it's marked. Some confusion down there on the field. The Irish defense thought it was a forced turnover on a fumble, but Boswell hitting the ground before that ball came loose. 1st and 10, Hornets after a strong run from Boswell. I formation in the backfield. Vargas back to Boswell, but he's met right away. A whole bunch of the Irish defense gets there, Hellier the first to get there. Razika in on the stop as well, and no room for Boswell on that attempt. 2nd and 11.
Yeah, this Notre Dame defense is really crowding the middle. You saw Boswell have some success going around the outside on that 2nd down play. We'll see if they try to spread him out a little bit, because Notre Dame is really, really pressuring interior on this offense.
Gabe Winowich, the defensive end, to the near side of the field. Kilcommons to the far side. Napier and Hellier in the middle, the 2 down linemen. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Lott, the low man, Patterson next to him. They'll give it on the ground, right up the middle, but in the backfield is Napier. He's there for a tackle for a loss. That'll bring up 3rd and 12. As getting the carry that time for Hamilton West was Daniel Figueroa, the sophomore running back. Tackled for a loss of 1. This is 3rd and long for Hamilton West.
Number 22, Daniel Figueroa.
And not a great spot to be in today, especially with that wind. Looks like it died down a little bit, but when you're in a surefire passing down, makes things a little bit easier on the defense with this 3rd and long play.
3rd and long for the Hornets. We'll see what Vargas has up his sleeve this time around. They might try to attack the seam of this Irish defense. It's been a recipe for success for opposing offenses to this point. 3rd and long. Looks like the Irish are going to bring 4. A back to either side of Vargas. Takes the snap, drops, fires left side. It is incomplete. A little wide. The intended receiver, Chase Mooney, the sophomore wide out, unable to haul that one in. A little bit wide of him, as we mentioned, toward the Notre Dame sideline. That'll bring up 4th down and 12 to go, and the punt team will come on for Hamilton West.
4th and 12.
Tyreek Bryant, the return man for the Irish. He's back around his own 45-yard line and making his way back towards the 40. John Chatham to punt things away.
John Chatham back to punt for your Hornets.
Zigbo, the late addition for the Irish punt return team. Some late substitutions here for Hamilton West. Chatham ready for it. Good snap. And a high punt, not deep, just across the 50. Bounces at the 40 and into Notre Dame territory. Right around the 35. They'll mark it at the 37, 38-yard line. 1st and 10, and we'll get to see A.J. Serace, Gabe Winowich, and the future of Rutgers football in this Irish backfield to start this afternoon. Their first drive. 8:53 to go here in the first quarter. 0s remaining up on the scoreboard.
Good job, Ava!
Serace breaks the huddle. 3 receivers set, 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Winowich to his right. Kilcommons, the tight end, at the bottom of the screen. Stefanisco and Quinn, the 2 receivers at the bottom. They'll give it to Winowich. Left side up the middle. Now he cuts back. A strong gain. Give him at least 5, maybe 6.
A.J. Serace hands off.
2nd down and 4, and the Irish going to go no huddle as they like to do. Winowich to the right of Serace. Play action. Stefanisco with good blocking on the left side across the 50, across the 40, down the sideline. He's pushed out of bounds near the 25 as the Irish go deeper into Hamilton West territory. A quick hitter on the RPO from Serace to Stefanisco. Nets big.
Really good play design there, getting the ball out in his hands in space with a lead blocker. There wasn't many people out there on the outside. Receiver made a great play, hitting the hole and taking it down for a big gain.
Play action. Pass to Kilcommons left side. He lowers the shoulder and barrels his way out of bounds near the 15-yard line.
To number 11, Liam Kilcommons.
That'll be enough to move the sticks again. 1st down. 10 to go. Ball spotted at the Hamilton West 14. Irish remaining no huddle and moving quick. RPO over the middle. Stefanisco. He lunges. He is in for the touchdown. Serace to Stefanisco, 14 yards out, and the Irish are on the board first this afternoon.
And you could just instantly see why this Notre Dame team is so hard to stop on offense. They have so many weapons, so many different ways to beat you. Run Gabe on the first play. Offensive line makes a big hole. You're worried about the run. They then run a wide receiver screen. Then they run a slant over the middle. Just so many ways to beat you. Very difficult task for Hamilton West today.
Scarborough's extra point splits the upright. It is good.
Kevin Scarborough.
8:06 to go in the first quarter. The Irish grab the first lead in this one. 7-0 the score.
Score is Notre Dame 7.
Don't forget, watch at halftime. The Hamilton Township Animal Shelter Adoptable Pet of the Game will feature this week's available pets for adoption from the Hamilton Animal Shelter. Impressive stuff from